Hi, everyone. Becky Belote here from Newport News, Virginia. And my daughter's calling. So I'll call her back. All right. Anyways, today I come bearing my Creative Memories apron. Is this the cutest little thing ever? Like, I like to remind people that advisors are super cool. I mean, we get to wear aprons. So, anyways, I hope that you really like it. Um, Hi, sweetie. I'm doing Tip Tuesday dinner. Okay. I'm gonna have to eat late. Sorry. So things have been totally disheveled today, and let me tell you why. So this morning I had the great pleasure of doing my 10-year colonoscopy. So I did that this morning because I was up all night last night. I got to a little sleepy time today, but I have to admit it's not as bad as every time I think, oh, I'm not gonna like this, and it's not the best. I'll admit it's not the best, but it's definitely worth doing. So if you have been putting it off because you're fearful, it's a piece of cake. It really is. So, anyways, but that's why I'm late today. But I didn't want to for you all to be looking for me and think something went wrong. Nothing went wrong. I am here. All right. So, what I'm going to start off by doing is I'm going to show you the page layout that I did last week. I kind of finished it. I'm going to add a little embellishment using the Chrysanthemum Punch and give you a little tip that I don't think I've shared with you yet about a really easy way to use that. Um, and then I'm going to just let you take a peek at what I have been doing with they're called border tool organizers, I think. I'm going to show you what I've been doing with those to help give me more space on my table. This is going to be a great idea for those girls out there that are scrapbooking with your advisors at rounds. If you have that, you don't have a lot of space at rounds. Um, so this is a way to kind of tackle that and to not feel so crowded. So I think you're going to like it. And I also am going to give you a little tip on doing some extra fun things with your mats. So, anyways, let's go ahead and jump into it. Thanks for watching. If you are considering being an advisor, this is our biggest season of new products and promos. And, even at the end of the year, there's usually some specials. And when you get a special as an advisor, you get a special on top of your discount. So it's a really big deal. It's a good time to get started, to put away some money for Christmas. If you would like to talk to me about that, I would love to have you, and I would love to give you the pros and cons. Maybe it's for you, maybe it's not. But it is for me a ton of fun. And you get an apron. If you do 4 parties, you are able to buy this baby. It's very exclusive for our advisors. And I wanted to give a shout out to Karen Hickerson in Florida. She was recognized amongst all of our advisors as somebody that started off as brand new and has hit the ground running. So congratulations, Karen, if you're watching. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this. I'm going to change my screen, let you take a look. Now, this is my YouTube from last week. If you're saying to yourself, I would love to know how she did that. If you didn't watch last week, you can watch it. It's really not hard at all. So this is I think very beautiful. I finished it up for you. I added a couple more mats. I added some of those wide on strips, so I had a place to journal. Added a couple embellishments, and this is from the Oktoberfest line. Okay, super pretty. All right, so all I want to do, I think it's done. But I remember talking to, I kind of wanted an embellishment up here, but everything that I put was kind of overpowering. And so this build a chrysanthemum punch. This is a $25 little guy. It does not come with the bundle for Croptoberfest. It does not come with the project recipe. It's an extra add-on for $25. Reach out to your advisor and get you one of those. All right. Remember, this free shipping thing is going to go until Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you do not have you've not placed an order yet and you have stuff you need, I recommend that you do that right away. So I'm going to grab my tape runner. By the way, I keep this little rolly guy at my feet because I can see down in it perfectly from up high. I know exactly what I'm grabbing. So if you see me leaning down to grab stuff, it is from there. It keeps my table nice and clean. So I'm going to go ahead, throw some adhesive on that guy, plop him there. Do the same thing with this one. Plop him there. Nice. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my foam squares. All right. And I am going to, what I found, and I wish I had more of this size because that's the optimum size, and I'm not going to jump up right now and add one, but I'm going to put one there. I'm going to put one there. I might try to throw two, sweet two in there. We'll see if it works. So in other words, instead of putting it on the top piece, I'm putting it on the bottom piece. I've just found with these little guys, this is the easy way to do it. All right. And then I think I missed that. All right. And then I'm going to grab the next size and put it on there. You know what would be really cool? You know what I'm going to do? This is impromptu. I'm going to go to my new inking set. Some of you probably missed out on these. I believe this is going to be a platform that keeps coming back for us. So if you missed out, I think you're going to realize that you're going to want it. Reach out to your advisors. They may actually have one in stock. And if you missed out. So anyways, this is chalking. So I'm going to do that first. I'm going to take a gander at what it looks like if I kind of go around the edges of this with this color. What I think it's going to do is give me some more texture. Oh yeah, I'm going to like this. I can tell you that right now. What do you think about that? You can see that? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I think I like this. Going around the edges, and what it's doing, it's kind of getting on the edges, and it's kind of getting, I feel like this one's not quite as colorful as the other, so I'm going to do it again. The inks are still available, by the way. So if you missed out, first check with your advisor. She may have some of the bundles. If she doesn't have the bundles, we still have the inks, and you can use makeup squares, and you can get inks the next time these release. But that's going to allow me to see it better. And then luckily, I have two more of these guys, or else I would have to break down and jump up and go get another set of these. It's one of the things I love about being an advisor. I can jump up and grab another. And it's a write-off for me because I have customers that I'm showing this to. So I really do love being an advisor. And this time I'm not going to do it on it because we already have the accent piece on the bottom. And so I don't feel like I need to do it again on the top. That gives me several layers of color. I'm going to go ahead and put this back on, put this back in my handy dandy memory mate case. And then this little lid, it has the matching color. I'm going to stick that in. Yep. Throw that back in there. I'm going to put this out of my way. I'm trying to stay organized, y'all. I really am. All right. And then if you want to add some little dots in there to make, I think chrysanthemums, I'm not a flower girl. But I've been seeing other people and they've been putting little dots on them. So I have a fun hunch they have little centers there. So we're going to add little centers there. Is that pretty? Isn't that just enough? A little something, something. All right. So I hope you like that. All right. So that's what I wanted to finish up for you so that you could see it. So I'm going to move this one out of the way. For my croppers this weekend, you'll be able to see that one up in close and personal at our little cookout this weekend. My husband and Holly's husband, they're going to cook for us. So we're having chicken, barbecue chicken, and baked potatoes. All right. So this is from the new line. In fact, let me show you the line first. Let's do that. So I'll go ahead and start here. Comes with a pack of mats. So this is called Grateful Harvest. All right. So Grateful Harvest comes with a pack of mats. It comes with a pack of laser borders. Now, I am going to recommend 2 packs of these. The reason why is because they are 10 different borders. And if you like balance and you like your double page spreads to mat, you're going to want 2 packs of these guys. All right. They're super pretty for the fall. You're going to use the heck out of them. I know that I am going to use the heck out of them. I got my two. So I do recommend you get, if you get the bundle is still available. If you get the bundle, you're going to get everything that I'm showing here, except you're going to want to add an extra pack of these. All right. So I'm going to get that out of our way. You're going to get a pack of embellishments called harvesting. So these are folly. So we've got tractors, we've got haystacks, harvest and hay rides is what that says. We've got some kind of farm equipment there, some kind of farm equipment there. This looks like something you'd go on a hay ride on, right? Fact, can we hook that up to the tractor? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. And then we've got, by the way, if those of you that got, well, I'll tell you that in a minute. All right, says reap what you sow. Love that one. We've got this one and happy harvest. So that is in the bundle. You can also buy this outside the bundle for $5.50. All right, $5.50. This is the Grateful Embellishments. All right, those out of the way. Um, Free with this bundle is the project playbook while supplies last. Typically, if any element of this bundle sells out, and this is often what ends up going, they break up the bundle and you can't get these anymore. These are only available in the bundle. And the ideas here are beautiful. You actually cut up the papers as they say, and then you're going to make one, two, three, four, five double page spreads. All right, so five double page spreads for the fall. So this is a great little thing. Actually, it's one of my favorites. I hate it when they make them so beautiful. Then I feel like I have to get two sets because I like to do their ideas and I like to do my ideas too. All right. So then we've got stickers. So the stickers are $10 if you buy it outside of the bundle. And this reminds me of definitely a Thanksgiving Day, Thanksgiving table, even a little bit of Christmas. There's a cranberry wreath there. That kind of screams Christmas to me. For some of you, pumpkin pie and apple pie would be both holidays. Very folly here with that cup of cappuccino. Have y'all been getting your pumpkin lattes and stuff like that? I saw at our, I don't know if everybody has Rita's. We have Rita's and Holly. I'm talking to you, but I'm also talking to Holly, who's helping me right now. Um, that we need to go up to Rita's because they have like a pumpkin and apple concoction that looks really delicious. But anyways, that was one of the treats I gave myself yesterday for my colonoscopy. I had to eat all liquid, so I went and got one of those, but I couldn't get the ice cream part, so now I have to go back. So anyways, I love this how they spelt fall with it looks like they did it with paper because it got leaves on it. So pretty. So, anyways, this is a really pretty pack of stickers. So even if you don't get the bundle, I think you're gonna want the stickers for the fall. Super pretty. All right, but all of the elements of this, you're gonna lick them. This is the hunting one, hunting embellishments, and this has I think I told you all last week. Actually, maybe not everybody heard it. Thrill of the hunt. We've got a deer. Looks like it's mounted on the wall, which is what our deer hunting people they like to have one. They're usually displayed on the wall. We've got they eat the rest. For those of you that think they don't eat them, most hunters do eat what they kill. We've got a bow and arrow here, one of those high-powered bows, hunting buddies, born to hunt. We've got some shells, binoculars, a knife there. Here's a very typical look for people that are out hunting the cooler with the boots, maybe duck hunting, maybe. And then, oh, look at those turkeys. All right. So for our hunters, that comes with the bundle, 550. It's really hard to find really pretty embellishments for that. And this is really good for those um, that enjoy hunting. So let's move on. We've got two paper packs. It's another pack of embellishments. It's hiding. We've got Grateful Harvest, tailgating. So this is for tailgating parties. I thought of this yesterday when we were watching the football games. Tailgate zone. We've got coolers, game day, some pennants that look very festive. some spirit memorabilia. You got to have the chips, the hot dogs. That could be cookoutish. We've got these. I mean, I can even see this one on the beach. I can see this one at a soccer game. So it doesn't necessarily have to be football, hanging out with grill friends. That's cute. And then we've got the little tools for the grill. Super cute. Great for Father's Day. All kinds of different outings, your Super Bowl parties. All right, so that's called Grateful Harvest Tailgating. It comes with the bundle, or you can get it by itself for $5.50. So all of these embellishments, note to self, $5.50. All right, two beautiful paper packs that come with this. These are the ones that are on one side, they're going to be, they all have this pattern in the fall colors. On the other side of both of those, so we have two of each color with that gridded look, has a name. I don't know what it's called. And then on the other side, we've got more of a, it looks inked, doesn't it? It's actually just stunning. I love this look. So anyways, both sides are pretty. They're going to look pretty together. And I think you're going to enjoy this. So this is the tonal pack. And then last, this is the designer. Ah, that one is just so beautiful. Let's see what else is in here. You're seeing it for the first time with me. So front and back, so pretty. This one is desserts. This one, you could actually use these for borders, right? They've got leaves on them. Love that. This is leaves also. And then this looks like a lattice for a pie. And then one more. This has got all kinds of things. Your cappuccinos, your pumpkin spice teas and leaves and stuff. Ooh, I love that one, right? All right, so super pretty. Um, and then with the bundle, make sure you check that this is a re-release. With the bundle, you get this fence. So if you already have it, don't get the bundle, just buy the pieces that you want. But if you need this, get it all because it's like you're getting this for free. Because you get 10% off of it's like 127.50 is the discounted price. You're gonna get this. You're gonna get this border maker that's called Acorn and Leaf. It does a beautiful pattern where it has a leaf in between two acorns, crazy pretty. And then we also have this wagon that's going to look great for those of you that got last year's rustic truck or the tractor from a few years ago. This will pair up, the little hinge here will pair up perfectly with those so that you can use two punches in a row to get a really cool look. All right, so pull those out and use them. And again, I want to remind you that this picket fence is going to have totally different looks depending on what kind of paper you put it on. So if I use this piece of paper with this fence, that might be in your yard. It's kind of pickled. It might be at the beach. It's going to give different looks. If I do it in black, it would make a nice silhouette for a nighttime, like a Halloween. If you do it at the back of this one, this nice brown, that might be at your farm. It might be in your yard, but you can cut with different colors, especially the grainy or textured ones, and you're going to get a really cool look with the picket fence. Okay. So just wanted you all to remember about that. And now I'm going to finish up by showing you one tip with the mats, and then I'm going to show you my organizational system, which is going to make you probably a little bit jealous, but you can copy it. It's not hard to do. So all of our mats, if you get our mat packs, are double-sided. So one side can be used one way, the other side can be used another way. You also can throw pictures right on top of them. So this could be used as a beautiful embellishment, or you could throw a photo right on top of it. This is probably too busy of a photo to show up on there. Let's pick another one that will show up maybe a little better. It's there's too much going on in the photo on that one, but you can see how lovely it looks on this one, right? So it's perfect for matting, and whatever they put under it, you don't necessarily need to. A lot of times I cut them out so I can use them somewhere else. This is a great little blobby blob to write on. And if I cut it out, I could use that and all the color around the edge would still be there. Okay. So so what I'm going to do is show you just a fun little thing. We're going to grab, if you would, your corner rounder. Um, and we're going to use that on the skill. We are going to use our trimmer. We're going to hollow this out. And usually, I mean, you can see what you're cutting away, but I usually like to go with a 1/2 inch if possible. You can double check and make sure that's big enough, and it is. All right, so I'm going to go a 1/2 inch here. I have manually put a mark there. I believe that this is the one. Is it a 1/2 inch that somebody told me? Not quite. All right, so I'm going to go up a little higher, and this is 0. You can see on your trimmer, there's a 0 mark there, so the 1 inch there. Go to your 1/2 inch. I use it a lot. You might want to put a Sharpie mark across. That way you can line up the white line that's on your trimmer right here with that mark and know it's at the 1/2 inch mark. It's not so hard because this is 4.5 right here, this line. So I know to just back up one line this way because that is going to be a 1/2 inch. All right, now I'm going to flip it. I'm going to do the same thing all the way up. Go back to the line up there. Go down. I'm going to stop here. I can actually see my cut line, so it's easy once you have a cut line. Go there, go back up to that 1/2 inch line here, bring it down to the cut line, and then do one more time up to the 1/2 inch. Think we will be done. Down to the cut line, and then it should fall out. And it didn't. So I'm going to snip it. I could throw it back in the trimmer and do it, but and I don't have my glasses on, so I probably could actually do that, but I'm not. All right, so there we go. I leaned down, I grabbed my scissors out of that thing, I put them back. It's a beautiful thing. So let's use this side to show you. It's not as pretty, of course, because this is not the sign that I would, well, actually, it actually is quite pretty. So now we can use this as our mat, and this I'm going to do something else with. All right. So what I'm going to do with this guy now is I am going to take my corner rounder and I am going to do an inverted cut. So a lot of people, if you have an old corner rounder, you're a little bit missing out. It's okay to upgrade to a new corner rounder. If you still have that old one, it's over 10 years old, girls. I know they last forever, but this one does a little bit more. Think you'll like it better. There's a little space at the top. I've actually heard people say, I have this corner rounder. I didn't know I did that. So it does. It does do this. So there's a little slit, put it in, mash. And what this does is it gives us an inverted corner, which is just different and fun. All right. And then I'm going to put this on another piece of paper to give it a little pop. Let me grab the orange. And I'm just became aware that I did not drop my tape back into my thing down there. And so I'm gonna. And it's because, and this I'm gonna drop back in, and it's because that is how you don't lose things. And I always know that when I stop putting things back, that's when I am wasting time looking for things. And you all know, if you watch me, that I do lose things. So I'm working on it while you're working on it to get better so that we can be more productive with our scrapbooking. All right, so there we have it. And I am going to shift it a little bit because I have it a little wider on one side than the other. Then I'm gonna let you see close up how cool that looks. Is that pretty? All right, so just, and so now out of that one beautiful mat, I now have a mat for a photo. If I had a plainer photo, this would be absolutely beautiful. Just a fall meadow or something. This is not going to work on that one, but we'll be able to use this with something else. All right. What if I put it back on there? So we could even put it back on there for an extra pop. All right, which I wouldn't do. All right, but you could. Some of you that are more creative. All right, so I wanted to show you that. So last but not least, I want to show you what I have been doing to organize myself better to make you super crazy jealous. All right, so let me move this so that you can see how I work. All right. So I'm going to, first of all, I mean, I wish you all could see the mess that I usually have surrounding me when I scrapbook. You would be just really so impressed right now. So I am going to remove my camera for a minute so that I can hold it and hopefully get it so that it's not upside down. Okay, yeah, this looks good. All right, so these are the organizers, the border punch organizers. When you put them in, you need to put them in so that you can see the icons on the outside so that you know which one you are grabbing. So what I am doing here is I am leaning them up on their sides. And if you lean them up on the sides, they will tip over because they're a little bit top heavy. However, I found these little door stoppers. You can find them on Amazon. And if you put a door stopper underneath them, it props them up and you can work right out. You can see them, you can put them back. What I have also done, so again, I'm showing you my space and all the space I have around me. That computer typically is not there, but we're using that for the presentation. Neither is this little stand. Sometimes people say, "What are you using to do the overhead?" I have one of these stands. All right, and then over here I have another one, and then over here I have my border maker one. On top of these, I have my other punch storage. Okay. So while we're sitting there, I'm going to go. Now, I have to stand up to see these, but the beauty of it is I can easily see them. You know, before when we were putting multiple layers, we could not see what we had. We can see what I have. I do not mind standing up to get them. I know some of you have way more punches even than I do. I recommend that when you go to your crops, that you don't bring every single one. You can see I have a lot here. Leave some at home. Leave ones that you are confident that you're not going to need at home. This double decker here is allowing me to have so much workspace and it makes me so happy. So anyways, I hope you like that. One thing that I had to do now, these are the ones that I've always used, these storage containers. I've had them for a long time. I, like some of you, have overstuffed them. As a result, they were not they were more bendy, you know, like I can feel they were overstretched. So what I did to give it some support so that it will sit nicely on top is I put in the bottom, you know, when we buy, I'm going to go ahead and change the screen. Actually, I'll just hold it because, and maybe, I'll just hold. So what I did, where do I look? I'm confused. Okay. So what I did is I got, out of, when you open up a pack of cardstock, where do I look? Is it here? Yeah, it's there. So when you open up a pack of cardstock, for instance, there's a cardboard in there. If you open one of our designer packs, there's a cardboard in there. You can take those cardboard pieces out. And what I did is I cut about probably 4 inches off the width. And I cut four of them per case. So I cut four of them enough to fill the bottom of that. And what happens is they're not quite long enough. So I put one down here and then I put one on top of it here. Then I put one down here. I put one on top of that there. They're not really thick cardboards. If you had thicker cardboards, you may not need that much, but I did four. I love the stability that it gives. So anyways, I don't even know if you like this idea. I will tell you, the last crop I did this and I was in love and my customers were like, wow, your stuff looks really neat. So, I'm telling you, it may help you. You should give it a try. Those little stoppers, they're called door stops. Amazon, I got mine at Ace Hardware 3 for like $5. I think you can get four of them on Amazon for $4 or $1 a piece. So just something to know. So, anyways, I hope you like it. I hope you've enjoyed today. I really appreciate you tuning in and following me. And if you like me and like my videos, please hit the like button. And if you follow me, it tells people that my content is worth watching. So, I would appreciate following me and liking my posts. I appreciate you. If you need an advisor to shop with, please go to my website at www.creativememories.com/user/Beckie, Beckie. My last name is Belote, Belote. Thank you so much and have a great week. Bye.